Hey guys, it's Marissa from Grow in the Flow, and I'm coming on here Monday, January 31st, to take a look at this week's energies. Now, yesterday I posted Self-Care Sunday. We did a little pick a card with the rose quartz, and I then attempted no less than 8 times to record this reading for you, choosing the cards live, and my camera just didn't want to work no matter what. So I'm back to the drawing board trying this format, and I think that this was necessary to sort of marinate on these energies overnight and kind of see how things are starting to come together. So I have here this altar that I had put together for Self-Care Sunday, really wanting to start to tune into the energies for February as we have the new month starting this week, the new moon energies for the new moon in Aquarius tomorrow, February 1st, and the very powerful energies of 2/2/22. So I have a couple of little graphics here to share about all of that, but about this altar. So here are the 3 self-care cards that had come up with these keywords that have really been jumping out to me. But in addition to that, we have this Shiva heart that I was feeling drawn to place on the altar. And the thing about the Shiva stone is it does correlate with the third eye chakra. It's a very protective stone from negative energies, and it brings forward wisdom and greater understanding of the world, balance of masculine and feminine energies, flow associated with the water element, of course, and greater understanding and discernment. So this just felt really powerful to me. Of course, we have the symbolism of the swirl there that is within every Shiva stone that's representing the paths that we take in our lives. And so what's really interesting is as we look at some of the big things happening this week and these energies that really I felt drawn to bring onto the altar, of course, also on 2/2/22 is Imbolc. Okay, so I have a little information here about Imbolc, this pagan festival of welcoming in the spring energies. And I love how it's described here, talking about the balance between bringing in harmony, finding new perspectives, embracing change. These are all things that correlate with that energy of the Shiva stone. And then, of course, even more so, the Aquarius season and the new moon energies that are coming in. So really neat how these things always come together, just following those spiritual breadcrumbs and trusting our intuition. You know, I felt called to bring these things, and then here come the pick a card for the 3 cards with these keywords of possibility, rebel, and ease. And they each had really powerful messages that were speaking to me. And starting with the possibility, I'm really seeing how that message is correlating with our Aquarius new moon, which starts tonight into tomorrow, depending on where you are in the world, January 31st to February 1st, Aquarius new moon. And I just love this energy coming in with the I reconnect with my authentic self. I feel my inner spark glow. What I choose to focus on expands. What I give my power to grows. The seeds I plant now contribute to a better world for myself and others. And just see how that correlates with the message of possibility. I love it. Next, we have Rebel. Of course, this card really spoke to me. It was really standing out about standing in your power, that lightning bolt on her solar plexus, you know, really owning your power and acknowledging that if you feel as though you don't fit in, if you feel yourself resonating in a different direction than the status quo, this is the energies of Aquarius, the new moon, fresh perspective, seeing the light, being true to yourself and expressing your unique spark, standing on your own 2 feet, owning your power in all of your authenticity, unapologetically so. Last, we had ease. And I just love this card because it's really connecting in for me the energies of inner child, joy, being more in flow. Today, I allow life to be easy. Well, another major thing coming in February 2nd, we have the year of the water tiger beginning with the new year. So this is amazing energy coming in, being open to change, trusting instincts, being patient. It really has a go with the flow, feeling like the ease of the message coming through on the self-care card. So I thought those were some really powerful correlations coming in about major energy coming in this week. There's even more things. February 2nd, oh, it's Groundhog Day, If for those of you who are familiar with that tradition, I'm in the part of the world that acknowledges Punxsutawney Phil and the groundhog seeing its shadow or not. I think there's some symbolism in that and how that correlates to the new beginning of spring or the continuation of winter. Lots of symbolism there as well. So let's get into these cards. I've got the Everyday Enchantment Tarot deck from Poppy Palin, and we're going to go ahead and I went ahead and recorded that portion that you see here to get our 5-day spread and self-care wisdom coming forward. So here we have this spread that is for the collective. So we're tuning into collective energies, and we know that when we do that, you may find some aspects resonate with you more than others, and you're always invited to take what resonates and leave the rest. That's how it works with an individual or the collective reading, and the best way to get that individual guidance is to have a personal reading. So we went ahead and pulled those 5 cards and another self-care wisdom card for this week, and we're going to start with Monday. These are positions and place markers where these energies and guidance can come up any point in this week, Monday through Friday. So the first card we have, I did want to point out too, lots of major arcana cards coming forward. So it was very heavy on significant energy. This is a big week. So Monday, week ahead energies, we get the awesome Magician. So I love this card because it reminds us that we have all the tools we need. The Magician's message is to use those tools, to hone your skills, to practice, and have a willingness to make mistakes because we learn from them. And so it's so beautifully depicted here with the sunflower, and it really feels like really drawing towards what lights you up, just like the sunflower turns towards the sun and how they support each other. I'm really feeling a community sense in these cards this week as well. The greater world, of course, we can't have Aquarius season without looking out into the world, into the community, and getting greater truth and clarity through bringing our gifts and our truths to the world. So the Magician is really setting the stage for us to really stretch ourselves. And I see the snake as well in the card. Really a lot of transformational energy, shedding our skins, the old skins, and moving forward. There's a lot of beautiful energy in that. Now, Tuesday always talks about potential challenges and blockages. So how may you feel challenged or blocked this week? We have the Wheel of Fortune, which of course is that card of cycles and seasons and everything having its time. And I like how it's depicted here with them chasing this tire down the road. To me, it's reminding us it's all good. Even the challenges and the blocks take us through a necessary path to arrive at those upswings. Those, when the Wheel of Fortune comes forward, it's usually a fortuitous indication of something coming up for you, moving into a more positive direction. Now, in the many attempts to do this reading, I pulled the cards several times over, and I can tell you that a lot of cards came forward multiple times, and one of them was the Chariot. So I want to bring forward that energy, even though it didn't show up here in this particular spread. I always like to say about the Chariot, being in the driver's seat and knowing that we're going on a journey. What do we do in our vehicle when we're going on a journey? You make sure that those tires are rotated, that the oil is changed, that you're in tip-top condition. So many of us have been sort of hibernating this first month of the year, January, possibly the longest month ever. I don't know. What do you think? It's been a month. That process is a part of the whole big picture. So even when it feels like you're not quite getting it, or you're really having to go in and do some assessing and some internal checking up to make sure that you're in tip-top shape for this journey, that's an important part of the transformation. We see the butterfly here. Again, remember the caterpillar going into that cocoon. We're challenged. We might feel limited by things not going the way that we planned, feeling like it's taking forever. Those are all important parts of the process. I mean, this in itself is an example. I wanted to post this for you last night, just wasn't happening as much as I wanted it to, but now I see that there were some pieces that still needed to fall into place. So anything that is having you feel blocked in that way, let's take a look at what the blessings are this week. Wednesday, midweek blessing. Well, of course, it's the moon, because we've got our new moon this week. This is all about new energies, new moon, manifesting wishes, intentions being set, things coming into illumination, gaining clarity on things, but also still feeling like some things are sort of in shadow or unclear. So there's that aspect as well with the moon, of course, and especially the new moon when it is dark, and yet we have an opportunity to really work with the moon this week. It's a blessing that we're having this fresh air energy of Aquarius season, and now we have the Aquarius new moon to work with this week. And I think that this is something that is really encouraging us to, in whatever way resonates with you, whether you're taking some time to journal, to write down your wishes, your intentions, what you're looking to manifest, but really taking some time to take some stock on all of that and embrace the energies of this new moon, which bring in fresh perspectives, shed light on things that were previously in shadow, encouraging you to be your true self and express your inner sparks. So that's really a beautiful energy to be coming in here as a blessing this week. So when we take a look at Thursday, we're looking at how are you growing? And we have the King of Wands, the only minor arcana suit card this whole week. And I'm really going to talk about how it looks in this depiction, because I love it here. I feel like, again, the reminder that it's a marathon, not a sprint. Acknowledging that if there are areas where you feel you are at a disadvantage, or you are not as able to do things as you would like to be, or perhaps you're looking at how others are doing things, remember to connect in with all of your senses and recognize that you have your own unique gifts, that spark, that ability to bring forward the leg of the race. Imagining again, here's this community feel again. We're seeing this card. The people are cheering this man on. He appears to have a visual impairment, but he has his guide dog. He has his walking stick, and he is running this relay, and he's making it with the support of his community and by connecting in with his strengths. Look at that lion on his chest. This is giving a nod to the strength card, another card that came through in one of my many shuffles, is about connecting in with parts of ourselves that we fear, things that may make us feel fearful, and how we can tame those things and bring them to heal. And again, that brings us back full circle to Monday with the magician energy. We have all the tools we need, but we have an opportunity to practice, to hone our craft, and most importantly, have that willingness to make mistakes. How many times do you think that this individual had to practice and train to run this race, to be able to achieve this thing? And that's the wands, that fire, the sparks element, the sacral chakra that says, what do you want? And bringing that forward. And we see that message repeatedly here through the self-care cards and the weekly guidance when it talks about what is your divine spark, what lights you up, and bringing that forward and allowing that to light the path for you, to guide you. So now we look at Friday for the weekly wrap up, and it's perfect. We're back to the beginning. We're at card 0, the Fool. And so this really feels like a fresh start. Again, it feels like January was slow going for many of us. There's an expectation sometimes that we should hit the ground running with, resolutions and goals and intentions and things that we want to bring forward for the new year. And when we're 4 weeks in, if it hasn't really panned out, or we haven't seen a lot of tangible success, we may feel like it's a failure. We may feel like we're off to a false start, and that can be frustrating. But it really feels like, January was this transitional period from 2021 to 2022. And now this month we have this 2/2/22, and we have 2/22/22. So lots of powerful energy here with the numbers. When we talked about in bulk, it also is taking a look at the power of the number 2222 as a positive omen that symbolizes new beginnings, bringing balance, harmony, and peace. finding new perspectives, embracing change, achieving your goals. And of course, we're still in Mercury retrograde, at least for this week. Mercury retrograde, Mercury goes direct at some point this week, but then we have the shadow at post Mercury retrograde. So again, you may be in this reevaluation, reassessing, looking back over old stuff to let go of what is no longer serving you, what's dragging you down, what's keeping you stagnant. You know, the Fool here is starting off on a fresh start, a new journey. And with this happy optimism, you know, and again, it's childlike, feeling that inner child energy of embracing that aspect. I love how he's depicted here on scaffolding. So looking at things from a higher vantage point. Yes, with that spiral quality of the Shiva heart, it can feel like coming around again. Been here before, not my first rodeo. I thought I already dealt with this. I thought I already healed from this. It's an ongoing cycle and paths that we move through, like the Wheel of Fortune. You feel that energy of coming around again. And if that feels like a challenge or a block for you, here is the Fool energy to embrace. Hey, look how far I've come. Look at this thing that I'm looking at again, that's coming up again. Let me look at what worked last time and what didn't, and how I can use that information to be empowered to move forward. So this is where we see the culmination of, again, the message of the Magician, the message of the Wheel of Fortune, and this idea of, you know, illuminating things in shadow with the moon and working with them, using our strengths, using our sparks like the King of Wands to start fresh and new. And I love that. It's just a beautiful way to wrap up this week with this Fool energy from that higher vantage point, taking a look at the unpainted canvas that lies ahead, you know, and he's got his little construction worker vest on. He's got his hard hat on because we're still protecting ourselves. We're having boundaries. We're clearing away the things that are not helping us along on our journey, but we're thanking them for the role that they played, and we're moving forward with the blessings and the lessons of those aspects. So that looks pretty good for this week. I went ahead and capped it off with self-care wisdom, and this gorgeous passion card came forward. So this really confirmed things for me, because I was feeling very drawn to the 𝓤𝓪𝓭𝓪 spray, this energy of love and light activation. I feel very tied into the collective energies of Aquarius and how they apply to the world, and gleaning wisdom and discernment about aspects and things that we see going on in our world right now. That has really been speaking to me. So when this passion card came up saying light up your life by honoring your deepest desires, it really felt like that final connection between, you know, what's going on in our little worlds in our microcosm, and then how that is rippling out and reflecting out into the macrocosm. And so, you know, again, it really felt like the 𝓤𝓪𝓭𝓪 energy was coming forward to assist us with this love and light activation. And so with that, I wanted to leave you with just a sampling of the beautiful words from this energy spray as channeled by Amanda Ellis for love and light activation with 𝓤𝓪𝓭𝓪. Many come to 𝓤𝓪𝓭𝓪's energy via different paths, but all with a desire for greater understanding of love, purity, and the highest possible expression of light and love activation in any one lifetime. It is coming forward again here to help us at a critical time where we have a yearning for something deeper, richer, more instinctual, purer, and bedded in divine love. For love and truth go together, the union of what is real and lasting and worth fighting for. So I'm sending you so much love, light, and divine peace in whatever you are working with at this time, the love and truth and the union of what is real, lasting, and worth fighting for, however that is showing up for you. So I'm wishing you a fantastic week. One last thing to share is that I am currently booking my empowerment packs for February. If you're not familiar, this is a really cool option I offer outside of my Empowered Tarot readings. The empowerment pack is actually 3 readings that you receive throughout a month. So it typically begins with a month ahead reading that kind of does a 3-card spread with the beginning, middle, and end energies specifically for you in a given month, along with the colors and crystals and energies coming up to help support you throughout the month. And then we move into the new moon, where we again do a card spread looking at how you can best work with the energies coming up with a given moon cycle. And then later in the month, the full moon. So this month, there's a lot happening up front. So right out the gate, if you were interested in an empowerment pack, you'd be receiving 2 jam-packed readings with guidance for February for you specifically for the month ahead. You'd be receiving your Aquarius new moon reading for working with this new moon. And then around February 16th, we have the full moon in Leo, where you would again be receiving guidance for working with the full moon. And then another aspect that I provide with this reading is you have unlimited 1-card pulls all month. So if you want to check in and ask that I pull a card for you for a week ahead, what can I expect this week, or maybe for this weekend, or something specific coming up for you that you want a little guidance, you can always check in, shoot me a message, and I will go ahead and pull 1 card for you on that as well. So if you're interested in that reading, the link is in my bio. There are details on how you can sign up for that on my website as well. But I want to thank you so much for joining me. I am sending you so much love and many blessings. Take good care. Hey guys, it's Marissa from Grow in the Flow, and I'm coming on here Monday, January 31st, to take a look at this week's energies. Now, yesterday I posted Self-Care Sunday. We did a little pick a card with the rose quartz, and I then attempted no less than 8 times to record this reading for you, choosing the cards live, and my camera just didn't want to work no matter what. So I'm back to the drawing board trying this format, and I think that